Shalom and welcome to Tumas Torah. This year is entitled Dealing with the Fight of the Century Part 2. So we mentioned the previous year, every century or so there's going to be a big fight in Klal Yisrael. It's going to be now it's over Zionism, how to deal with the state of Israel. It's the beginning of the Gula, it's a great bracha, it's horrible, it's not from Jews. A century or two ago was Rishon Salanta, Muslim movement. Before that were the Baal Shem Tov and the Gra. Before that you're going to have the Arizal, Shulchan Aruch's formulation, the Shulchan Aruch, Rambam. There's going to be arguments every century. That's just the way it is. Big issues come up with the changing of the times. How do we deal with it? I think it's so crucial that when we're in the middle of the fight, looking back, okay, here, this way, here, that way, here, the Baal Shem Tov, you have the Gra, the Hasidim, you had the Muslim movement. Yeah, looking back, you're not in the thick of things anymore. But what happens when you're in the thick of it? So I think we have to have our bearings clear that what is a legitimate side, when do we argue, and when do we say they're out of the fold? And they're out of the fold, in my opinion, it has to be that we have a clear guide, and that is Yigim Likarim, the basic fundamentals part of our faith, 13 principles of faith. That's Yigdal and the Siddur at the beginning of davening, the Animams at the end of davening, and the 13 principles of faith, and anchored in the world of halacha. Once you have those 13 principles of faith, and once you're anchored in halacha, there might be some arguments of specific halachic issues, but if you have those two things, then even when there's another side, and you're in the middle, and you hold this way, the other one holds that way, yours is the beginning of the Gula, and they say it's not the beginning of the Gula, they don't see the brachot, they're not a Pikorsim, they're not Kofim, they're not outside the fold. And I think if we have those guidelines, we can go a far way, especially during the 9 days.